Hi, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shine and sea. Welcome back. This is Ham Radio Live.
We're not gonna take it. Oh, we ain't gonna take it. Oh, we're not gonna take it anymore.
Through landscapers and interruptions, we're here. No matter what, do not fear.
We've got the right to choose it. There ain't no way we'll lose it. This is our life. This is our song.
It's been one thing after another today, you know?
We'll fight the powers that be. Just don't pick on destiny, 'cause you don't know us. You don't belong.
You know, it's like one thing after another, you finally say, forget it, we're going to do it.
We're not gonna take
We're just going to do the show.
No, we ain't gonna take it.
I don't care what gets in the way.
We're not gonna take it anymore.
No more interruptions, no more knocks on the door, no more doorbell.
Oh, you're so condescending. Your goal is never ending. We don't want nothing, not a thing from you. Your life is truncated.
I'll play the whole song if I could. They'd probably copyright me.
If that's your best won't do.
Neither Rainer Sloan or the landscaping guy will stop the show today. From around the world, wherever you may be. One more little chorus here.
We'll right, we're free, we'll fight, you'll see. We're not gonna take it.
No!
No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.
From around the world, wherever you may be, away we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the shack in Oregon. Doggone it. Not going to take it anymore. It's like, I told my wife, I said, this is just never ending. The guy anyway, it's a landscaping guy, new guy, comes over to do our yard because I can't do it. Bob can't do it anymore. So that's it. And the poor guy, he starts pulling up a piece of coax, and it was the coaxial cable that actually goes out to the DX Commander antenna.
No!
Yeah, the one that's buried in the ground, that actually cost me just a little bit of money, Yeah, so I quickly, dug a trench again. And now that's fixed, so we don't have to worry about that. We're not going to take it anymore. We want to help you get amateur radio. It's a lot of fun, even when you have landscapers that are brand new and don't know what they're doing yet. Contact the American Radio Relay League at www.arrl.org. Hit the contact us bar. They'll let you know how you can get an amateur radio club close to you that'll help you get licensed. That's the main thing. You get someone close, they'll help you learn about amateur radio as well as the test, and even maybe lend you some gear. Who knows? www.arrl.org. If you hear from the WRMI CQ calling show, thank you for coming. Pull up maybe 2 cups of coffee for this one. It'll take a little longer to do this one. We're worldwide on WRMI, CQ calling powered by ICOM, for the love of ham radio. And thanks to ICOM for their sponsorship. We're in the South Seas on Thursday at 8:15 UTC on 7780 kilohertz. Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East have CQ calling Thursdays, 2015 UTC on 15770 kilohertz. And again, Friday at 2115 UTC on 7730 kilohertz. It's really it's like a double play, No! North America has the shows every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on 9395 kilohertz. I'm going to find out why they won't transmit it to us a second time. I mean, we're just as important, right?
Thank you.
I think so. Caribbean, South America, you get the show Thursday, 8:15 Eastern on 9955 kilohertz. That show, by the way, is also simulcast on the internet stream at www.wrmi.net. You want to email the show for some reason? You want to tell me about what's going on in your world? Have a show suggestion, maybe a question. Feel free to reach out to me at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. And we're on Discord, where we have a whole bunch of fun every darn day. Yeah, just find us at ham-radio-live. Don't despair if you don't find it, right? Because right in the bottom of this video will be a link, a direct link to you that you are more than invited. You are here for it, very much invited to come join us on Discord and have fun talking about radio. We'd love to talk with you about that. Today's show question, what trait do you feel is most important to do in amateur radio? Now, we're talking about traits like habits, right? Like things that you do that are important to you that other people should maybe think about in amateur radio? Please put it in the comment section. We'll make it part of the show. Let's welcome some folks to see who's here first, second, and third.
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know's on third.
Pretty much. All right. First one into the show today is WECB 640. That is the fourth time that WECB has done this. Congratulations, mate. Well done. Nice work. Good to see you, bud. Hey, thanks for all the Discord stuff. Seriously, you sent some pretty cool stuff. He's an engineer. He is. He's a radio engineer. And what's cool about him, all right, he's kind. Okay. I used to work for some really good radio stations back in the day, and they were very, very, engineers were usually kind of, they were smart, but they would always take time to help. Only at one station I ever worked at did it not work that way. But he's really good. If you have a question, right, about maybe your antenna or why things are doing this, that guy right over here, there, is really good to talk to. He'll answer your question. Put on the radio help desk there on Discord, and he'll help you out. Welcome, first one in. Also, Shannon Eastep, welcome back. Says, that is great music. That's a good stuff. Little Twisted Sister. That was fun to play. And it was so fitting, right, for today, because it was like one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. Well, we finally got the heck here, so we're thankful we're here. Thanks for joining us, and I'm glad you liked the song. John Hummel, Newell, Victor Echo 5, Juliet Hotel November, Saskatchewan's in the house. Hi, John. Cliff Boltz joins us, one of my dear friends. He's been here a long time. Cliff, thanks for being here as much as you have. Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar Bravo, Papa, and WCB, have a slice of cake, Larry. You earned it.
Yeah!
Yes, sir, I did. I think I will. My wife said, she said, I got you a cake and a little candle and we'll celebrate. And I'm like, I just want to do a show. She said, get up those stairs. Dan Martin, thank you. Lucky me, I get a live stream. Well, we're grateful you're here. Thank you, Dan. Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Great to see you. Digital Analog Ham, 2 Echo 0, Union Kilo Hotel, all the way from England. And it's late. It's very late. Oh, Chris, thank you for being here. It's very late your way. Thanks for coming. Stan Bjorsvik, he should get a Roadrunner because he was first in the show that got deleted. So, Stan, here you go, buddy. Did it too, man. Lima Alpha 8. Lima Tango Alpha. Yeah, he came in first for the first show, which is now deleted because the landscaper guy came to the door. The dogs are barking, going like crazy, right? And so I go out there and he says, I think I did something wrong. I said, well, what's the matter? Well, there's a cord out there. And I kind of pulled on it, and it just kept coming up out of the ground. Oh, gosh. I'm saying, okay, well, let's take a look at it. It's my DX Commander antenna cable.
Oh, Rocky's really mad now.
Pretty much. So we got it all trenched back. It's nice. Plasma, William. Gosh, it's great to see you, buddy. Welcome back. That's my mate, William, in Jacksonville. Good to see you, William. November 5, Echo Victor Victor. Man, I've missed you. It's always better when you're here. Thanks, William, for joining the show today. It's great to have you. I mean that. Roger McKeon and Molly, Kilo Juliet 7, Lima Lima X-Ray, and K9, thank you for coming. And William, perfect timing with the answer to today's topic question. What do you think should be a trait that could help people in amateur radio? And this is good. Listen, he says, being helpful to new hams and encouraging to those who want to become hams as well. Nice comment, William. Beautiful. Yeah. And that's true, to be helpful, because, we've all maybe, I don't know if you have, I've had the unfortunate thing of a certain website ending in Z where you ask a question and people are like, you're an extra. How come you don't know that?
Hey, that's a joke, son.
Because I just ask a random question here and hopefully you'd answer it for me.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Right.
My name is Wild E. Coyote.
Exactly. Yeah,
Genius.
I thought I'd ask a dumb question, of course. Robert Varner, welcome. It's good to have you, as well as my friend Kevin, Kilo 0, Kilo Lima Bravo. And yes, my friends, that's the noise. Yep, they're going off again. Oh, gosh. It's time, my friends, wherever you may be, to, if you haven't ever heard it before, this is actually, we do have a woofing filter, and here it is.
Some bitch. Don't you cuss on this here radio. I apologize to all the friendly folk who are listening.
Yeah, of course. Why not? Why not? Karen's right now just mortified. Shut up. Yeah. Welcome, Kev. Good to see you. Great YouTube channel, too. Thanks for coming, Kev. You do great work there. Aaron Lutz, welcome. Thanks for coming, and thanks for the birthday wish. That is so nice of you. Thank you very, very much. Yeah. That's nice. Ron Walensky up north from me in Monroe, Washington, a beautiful area of the Seattle area. It's a nice place. November 8, Whiskey Charlie Romeo. Ron, good afternoon to you. It's nice to see you as well. Sean, man, late there your way and you're here. Holy cow. My best trait in HF is doing my bit for the RSGB. Oh, no, sorry. This would be in ham radio. Okay, sorry, Sean. My best trait in ham radio is doing my bit for the RSGB, volunteering to help others. Nice work. Thank you. Thanks for doing that. Mean that. Sandy O, first timer. That's a welcome applause. Welcome, Sandy. Kilo 04. Oscar, Oscar, Oscar. Welcome, Sandy. It's great to have you. Thanks for being part of the show today. It's great to see you. Dave in Temecula. Dave, I hope you're feeling better. Whiskey 6, Charlie Romeo Tango. Been concerned about you, buddy. I hope everything's okay. And yeah, William, it is tomorrow in the UK, and they're good. Hey, happy tomorrow, everybody. Amen. November 9, Sierra Echo Sierra, coming late today. Hello, all. Believe me, mate. I'm 4 hours, 7 minutes late for this show, but doggone it, we made it, didn't we? And that's a good thing.
My name is Larry.
And thanks for the nice doggy comment. Let's get in the weather. It's still here. Powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. Now, we're going to take a deep look at the weather because this is, I know we've kind of had some rough conditions, but take a look at the sun. This is going to help you just see what's coming, all right? If you look at the right side, which is the west limb here on the A1A, all right, and you look at the left side, take a look at the left side. That's where I want you to focus on. See how much brighter is coming from the left than the right? That means we're getting a lot of sunspots coming back, and our SFIs are going to come up. Here's a small look at the backside of the sun, right where it says east limb, that crescent to the left. That's the sunspot areas that are coming our way, and they're going to be very active. Look for possible CMEs the next 3 or 4 days. Coronal hole map, looking good. 87 facing Earth a little bit, but we don't have any problem from this. Here is the magnetosphere view. It gives us a cleaner view of the sun to tell us where the sunspot regions are. 24, we got 3024, 3027, 3029, which is really big, and 3028. 3 days of geomagnetic activity, not bad. We're in the B class of flares. I expect this number, okay, by Thursday to be up in the C range. That would be where the baseline should be. So by probably Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest, we should be up in the C range again and maybe getting some M-class flares, okay? Your solar indices today, SFI is down 3 to 96. Sunspot number is 45. That's down 12, but hang in there. It's going to come back up. Area number is 140, down 120, but I'll show you something pretty cool in a moment. Here's the KP index. This is noise floor. It's just quiet right now. Good conditions. Expected good conditions now through Thursday, so good conditions for 160, 40, and 80 meter folks. Should get some good DX. Here's the current QRZ map. SFI 95, of course, solar number is at 45. BZ latitude is a minus 3.2. That's down from earlier today where it was over a minus 5. Solar wind is quiet, 329.2 kilometers per second. And there's your VHF. Look at that. 6, 4, and 2. E-skip is open today. It's been open all day today. Fair conditions for moon bouncers. And your HF conditions, you'll do better. I'll show you why. Let's take a look at the Kilo Charlie 2 Golf map. This is current. Right now in North America, 20 megahertz, right about the border with Canada and the United States. Heading north, right about 17 to 18 megahertz for most of Canada, right? As you head towards New England, 18 megahertz. Now, down in Texas, 19, and near New Orleans is about 20. So you're not seeing 10 meters here, right? But take a look at the gray line. Look at what happens right at the gray line. You see how 10 meters comes way north? That's what's coming. So later today, you know, getting towards the evening hours, getting close, right? As you head in the southeast area, you should start seeing some 10-meter openings. Here's a really good look at this as we kind of get a little closer. Sorry, this is the current map. Why did the other one pop up? Sorry about that. This is the current map. Excuse me, guys. So, yeah, the numbers are still right, which is good. Look at South America. Middle of the night, northern Brazil, 32 megs, and that's just because 10 meters has been north. But to take a close look, in the U.S., 20 megs down the panhandle of Florida, 21 in the New England area, 20 around the Great Lakes, 18 right about the U.S.-Canadian border, and 21 Southern California. Let's look now at Australia. Look at these numbers. 26 on the Gold Coast, 23 as we head towards Victoria, 14 in Perth. But the numbers are up on around 10 meters there, where here in North America, it's not not there, but you see that area right there before the gray line. Okay, look out maybe, I would say, 1 square away. See how it starts to turn yellow? That's 10 meters coming towards the east coast. So you'll get a little 10 meters today. Your ham and shortwave forecast for today, powered by ICOM for the love of ham radio. SFIs to continue to bounce around, kind of up and down here a little bit, but they should start increasing by Friday. Some QSB today due to that negative BZ latitude. Quiet noise floors through Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Thursday actually. Voice 20, 17, 15, 12, possible 12 and 10. You should get them later in the day for sure in the northern hemisphere. Equatorial latitudes 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. If you're in the southern hemisphere, if you're kind of close to the, or in mid-latitude, like 45 parallel up towards the tropics, you'll get 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. South of the 45th parallel, probably not going to get 12 and 10 today. Nighttime ham band openings 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, 30. With an SFI this low, your best DX is going to be on 40 and 80 tonight, but work 20 as close to sunset as possible for your great DX, okay? Shortwave, whoa, hello. Shortwave bands today for our shortwave friends, 31, 25, 22 in the 19-meter band, and our shortwave nighttime bands, 120, 90, 75, and 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 100% chance of 19 meters for about an hour or two after sunset. Signals will then fade away, but you've got great noise floors. Take a look at the signal-to-noise ratio today, S1 to S2. That's great conditions to be on the 40 or 80-meter band, or in shortwave, for example, on the 60 or 49 or 75-meter band. So great conditions for you. Today, solar rating is a 5. We have a negative BZ, plus we have a low SFI, but better days are ahead. Here's the good news, okay? Remember we talked a lot about solar cycle 25 and how I believe it's going to be much better than forecast. Here is the updated solar cycle progression for solar cycle 25. Look at the lowered one. That's the SFI. It's already reached where they expected the peak to be, and it's not Solar Ham's fault. These are forecasts. This is the NOAA forecast. So this is stuff that was already predicted. It's far exceeding this. This is 2 years ahead of where it should be. It's at 134.0 for the month of May. Up top, that's the sunspot number, 96.5. Projected number actually was 50.6. Sorry, excuse me, was 24.0 was their predicted number. So, I mean, this is almost 4 times the number. We're in for a great solar cycle, my friends. Time to license up, get more frequencies or more power, and have some fun in amateur radio. Give me a drink. It's good to see you guys today. It's good to see you guys. Just catch up with your comments, and then we'll get into the show. I've got some news for you today. Also, we'll have some information about a great visit I had with Eric Schwarz from Elecraft. We got a chance to really get a good look at the K4D on Saturday. I'll have that interview for you in just a moment. Eamon Azar said, my best trait in ham radio is helping hams old and new in this king of hobbies. Nice work, Eamon. That's a good thing, is passing it forward. Nice. Well done. Andy New, Mike 7, Charlie Union November. Welcome. It's late your way, my friend. Thank you for joining us tonight or this morning. Yeah, good to see you. My best to you and yours. And thank you, Andy. The very same to you. Thanks for joining us today on the show. It's always nice to have you. What a great surprise to see you again. If this was, hey, seriously, this was a matter of pride right now. I was told my wife, no way I'm going to miss this. We're going to get on here, so it'll be fun. Sean says, it's late here. My brain is off on one. Don't worry about it, buddy. We're just grateful you're here. Nice to have you, pal. Rob Q in Los Angeles. Happy birthday, Larry. Ham Radio Live rocks. Bless you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Scott in Colorado, good evening to you. It's good to see you. And John Hummel Newell says, I am tempted a POTA on Sunday. Great noise floor. Still only made 4 contacts. Guess I need a better antenna. Man, you made 4 contacts, man. That's fantastic. You know what, John? That's worth some applause. Really. Well done. That's great, man. You know what? You're fairly new to amateur radio, and you're making calls. That's the best part. Sandy, by the way, again, welcome. Says, thanks, I'm fairly new ham, and I hate it when people make you feel stupid. I'm a general, but I mostly memorized most of the answers, and that's true. You know that's true. The test is made to be passed. It is. And then you learn amateur radio when you get your radio. That's the honest truth. It really is. You learn the answers and then you learn radio. And that's it's too bad. But hopefully enough of the test you absorb to know about like safety things and things that aren't going to hurt you. Stay away from things that might cause you trouble. That's really important in the test. And to learn those and really get it beat into you. And then what's going to happen is as you use your radio, you're going to find out, oh, that's why that question was there. Makes perfect sense. By the way, today we're going to do some questions on the amateur extra test. Hope you enjoy that. Yeah, we'll do that. Ron and Canada, welcome. Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot Union Charlie. Scott, look at this. Howdy, y'all, from way down yonder. That's North Boston, New York. Welcome, Scott. Welcome to you. It's good to see you. Welcome. John said, attempted to do a POTA on Sunday, only got 4. But you know what? That's okay. You did good. You did good. Let's check up onto I had a good visit, okay, on Saturday during CPAC. And one of the booths I got to go to was to the Elecraft booth. I had a chance to meet with Eric Schwarz, one of the co-owners of Elecraft, and a good look at the Elecraft K4D. Now, I want to first let you know there is some RF noise you'll hear in part of this video. It's just because there was so much going on at the Elecraft booth to remote control the K4D that they had on display. But here's Eric Schwarz from Elecraft talking about their brand new radio, the Elecraft K4D.
Let's take a look over here. We're at Elecraft now.
Watch out, we'll suck the money out of your pocket.
I know that. I know that. There's Eric Schwarz right there.
Hey guys,
Good to see you, buddy.
putting some things away underneath.
It's good to be seen at my age right now.
Absolutely.
And there it is, folks, the K4. Look at that. Is that a D?
That's a D.
Beautiful. Look at that.
It's got a HDMI flat screen display that I purchased off of Amazon. Where you can get 14-inch display.
Sure.
Full touch screen. I can tune with that and move the radio around. And
Is that sweet or what?
Yeah.
This is the future of amateur radio right here.
we're actually demoing the remote control of the K4 also. So this is just a front panel with a computer in it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a smaller box when we have the K4 Mini coming out as a control head.
Yeah.
Okay, so just for new hams that may not understand what he's saying here, that piece he's touching right there is going to be a new product from Elecraft called the K4 Mini. It's going to be similar to the Flex Maestro. You'll be able to remote control the radio, the actual radio that was to his left there, by using this right on the comfort of your lap at home.
Basically, as I tune this, you go over there and you can see that it's controlling the radio
how
in
he's
real
doing
time.
that?
See that?
Isn't that awesome? Oh,
And
my.
you can use this thing anywhere there's Wi-Fi. So if you go on vacation, you want to fire up your ham radio, you could do that just like you do with the Flex. Or if you want to be downstairs relaxing, chilling in the recliner, you can make some calls doing that as well. Nice stuff. Now, this is kind of where the RF noise comes in, so I'm going to warn you again to start hearing a little bit of a tone.
Gosh, it's going to take over the world.
So for remote control, I've actually also got it. This is more a technology demo here. It's just the small portion of the display, not the buttons and stuff around it.
Yeah.
That's running on a tablet right now. This one's running a little bit slow because I've got a router that's being overloaded at the moment.
There's a lot of people using Wi-Fi right now.
Yeah, I think so. But basically, that's on Wi-Fi. It's not connected to anything.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that's
Carry
actually
it with you.
That's actually running that software in a Linux virtual window underneath Windows on a Surface tablet.
That's a beautiful way. You know what? That is so nice. Wow, Eric, thank you for showing
Yeah, no
that.
problem.
It's so nice to see it. And good to see you too, brother. How have you been?
Still standing.
That's good. That's good. That's good. It's a beautiful rig, isn't it? Just look at this. For those of you who love the K3 and the K3S, look at what's up next. This is absolutely stunning. I mean, you talk about really, how do you outdo yourself now?
We have a lot of good people.
Man, seriously, this is a beautiful radio. You know, what I like about it is you take a look at the quality, look at everything is just kind of, they've got things that are put in, they really took extra time to make some really nice features in this radio, very feature rich and pretty easy to learn too. What I love about this radio itself is that if you don't have the instructions, you have the instructions because they're right on the screen. You can get the instructions put right onto the
Well, yeah,
screen.
we've got an
Take a
ability
look
to
at
bring
this.
up the display. You see the question mark in the lower bottom left corner?
Yeah.
That brings up a built-in manual.
Isn't that cool?
And I can even make it full screen.
That's the radio
You go through
manual.
and you can tap and go, how to do different things there. You can even say, what was that last button I hit, and get the information on that last control I pressed. Happened to be RIT clear or whoever pressed that.
Now, if you couldn't hear that, what he's saying is, remember we talked about having an undo button on a radio where like it went to your last thing and erased it? This radio has that. That's what he's just showing. It has an undo button. It shows you what you were last doing, so you can just take it off the screen. Here's the rest of the time with Eric.
So you can actually see how you use that control. Which is nice.
That is so cool. That radio right there. How do I do that? There it is, right there. Hit the question mark, and there you go. Nice work from Elecraft. Beautiful.
Yeah, go ahead and come underneath. That's fine.
That's just beautiful stuff. Thanks, Eric.
No problem.
It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Good to meet you, too.
Okay.
God bless you.
Oh, that's right. We did the show together.
We sure did. We sure did.
Talk some more after you finish your video. Then.
Sounds good, buddy. Thank you. And
That
look,
was
there's
Eric
your-
Schwarz
there's
of
your-
Elecraft, and a good question came up during that segment from Ron Walensky, November 8 Whiskey Charlie Romeo. How does that compare to a Flex? You know, depending upon price, I think the connectivity is better, no question on the back. It's got, I think, 5 antenna ports on it. So you can do a lot with that. And the other thing that I liked about it was just how intuitive it is. You know, you can obviously use a tablet, or you can use, you know, the your phone even, or you could use a Surface, you know, a little laptop to run it. But also what I loved is like the instructions are right there. So as you learn the radio, or if you forget maybe something, you just press the question mark and enter it. It's really cool. And Elecraft customer service tends to be very, very good. And so is Flex. I think they both do very, very well. I think where the K4D, and remember it's the D model because this has diversity reception, where it helps more is it has that connectivity on the back that Flex doesn't. That's the only thing. Do I think Flex makes bad radios? No, not at all. They make great radios, but he's asking how does it compare to a Flex? It has more connectivity on the back, therefore you can do more with it. That's pretty special on the K4. So thanks to Eric for that. That was nice. And yeah, Ron, it was ouch to the ears. That's why I wanted to warn you there's going to be some noise there. William, I'm not sure, being I have never actually seen a Flex in person, but I think it may be better. It is. It just tends to be more, you know, on the, how it come across to me, honestly, if you remember, like if you've used a K3 or a K3S or the K2, KX2, same buttons, same knobs, everything's kind of the same. They didn't change anything, make it special. But what they did do was the touchscreen is beautiful on the thing. The resolution is phenomenal. And it tends to, I mean, it draws you to it because of that screen. And I liked that. I really did. I thought it was a beautiful radio. For me, I thought it was beautiful. Wow. And I had one on order too. I just, you know, they were having a hard time getting parts at the time. Good question, Plasma. Well, thanks for asking. Sorry, not Plasma. That was Ron up in Washington State. Yeah. So that was what was going on there. But a good radio. Spike, Larry, are you live or are you Memorex? Let's find out. I'm not sure. Gary Strong, welcome again from Las Vegas. Whiskey 9 Papa Yankee. Thank you. Good to see you guys. All right, let's take a look real quick. I want to look at a few news items that are really important because lots of folks are doing this now in the UK, but you have to be careful how you do this, okay? The Platinum Jubilee goes on this month. It's here in June, and these Platinum Jubilee stations are on that you can work throughout England or Northern Ireland or the Isle of Man or Guernsey. Those are the call signs for all of them. However, if you want to get that regional secondary locator, which is the letter Q as in Quebec, you have to join them. You get a notice of variation to your license from Ofcom, all right? That's needed, and it's available via the RSGB website. Please, if you'd like to use that secondary locator Q, make sure you're doing it the right way. Now, different though, if you want to use the suffix slant 70. If you want to use the slant 70 in the UK to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, you don't have to have a notice of variation for that. That's important, okay? But if you do want the Q for your regional secondary locator, make sure you have the notice of variation from Ofcom, all right? Also, due to recent poor propagation on the original 3727 kHz frequency and increasing local background noise levels on the 80-meter band generally, the National Radio Center out of London has moved their net to 7130 kilohertz. The net's on the air every weekday morning starting at 10:30 a.m. UK time at 7130 kilohertz. The net's open to all licensed radio amateurs, whether to join in with the chat or for a signal report. So that's just some news there. And Belgium's communication regulator has said 50.200 megahertz and 51.075 megs will be used until June 18th during a military exercise in Elsenborg. Now, in Belgium, the amateur radio service, like it is here in the States and everywhere else, is a secondary status on the band. The military and shortwave always come first, okay? Radio amateurs are asked to avoid the use of those frequencies if possible and to listen carefully to whether the frequency is in use and if they still wish to use the frequencies concerned. So something to make sure that you're understanding there in the UK or in Europe actually about Belgium and what they're doing with the military frequencies, all right? Let's now take a look at the Emitter Extra License Exam. Now, this is for people who want to go to the very top level license in the US, and I hope this gives you some hope that you can pass it if you're a general. Sure, there's math, okay, but you can miss 13, right? And the person that misses 0 and the person that misses 13 still is an Amateur Extra. Don't forget that. All right, let's take a look at the questions. You don't need to answer them. We're just going to do this for people that want to watch and maybe learn and see what's on the test. This is the current test, and it's from HamTest Online. HamTest Online is very unique online study tool. It has a money-back guarantee if you don't pass the test, right? They give you 6 months to use the software. And I went from 0 to extra using the software. It's phenomenal. So let's take a look. This is the top level license of the US. First question. Oh, here we go. Going the wrong way there. To which of the following examinees may a volunteer examiner, that's what VE means, volunteer examiner, not administer an examination to? All right. So someone, now again, this is on the extra test, all right? Someone, a volunteer examiner can't administer an examination to. Would it be A, employees of the VE, B, friends of the volunteer examiner, C, relatives of the volunteer examiner as listed in the FCC rules, or D, all of these choices are correct, okay? There is a limitation if you become a volunteer examiner, all right? And William was this is actually good. What he's saying is good. He says, if this dum-dum can pass the extra, anyone can pass. William, thanks for saying that. I mean that. Thank you. I want people to get that extra. I do, because, you know, the frequencies you're missing as a general, they are DX. A lot of it is, okay? So let's get the answer on the screen. Who can a volunteer examiner not administer an examination to? The answer is relatives of the volunteer examiner as listed in the FCC rules. So if you see this question and you're not super likely to see it, it's kind of a rare question on the extra, you want to make sure you understand it's relatives only, okay? Next question. What is a characteristic of DIP packaging used for integrated circuits? Okay, so they're looking for a characteristic of DIP, and that'll help you understand what it means by the answer of the question, all right? First one is package mounts in direct inverted position. That's not it, guys. Second one, low leakage, doubly insulated package. Definitely not your answer. Next one, 2 chips in each package, dual in package. That's not it either. And that can throw people because it sounds plausible. The answer here is number 4, a total of 2 rows, and listen carefully, 2 rows of connecting pins placed on opposite sides of the package. Dual inline package. If you answer it that way, you'll have it right. And this is really important. What's cool about HamTest Online, right? If you want to see like a drawing or learn more about it, you see where it says below the answer there, it's that little oval where it says DIP. That's where you can find out more about it. It's just a great study tool that learns how much you know and helps you learn more. And it'll help you in the areas that you're running low on too. I love this thing. This thing is so special to me, and I'm thankful to HamTest Online for letting me get the questions here. Okay, and this is a very valid question here, right? What's the approximate open circuit voltage produced by a fully illuminated silicon photovoltaic cell? Okay, so we have a solar panel. Basically, that's what it is, okay? Now, what's the approximate open circuit voltage that it has? Is it 0.1 volts, half a volt, 1.5 volts, or 12 volts, okay? On this one, always remember, and this is how I did this test, the answer is half a volt. Just remember half, okay? If you get the question, and you might, right? The approximate open circuit voltage by a fully illuminated silicon photovoltaic cell, it is 0.5 volts, just half a volt. You'll have it right, okay? Next question on the U.S. Amateur Extra exam. What is the maximum power permitted on the 2200 meter band. Okay, so for new people that may not, know about amateur radio, the higher the meter bands get, the lower the frequencies are. The best way to put it. Okay, the higher the meter band, the lower the frequencies go. So 2200 meters is really low frequency. All right. So is the answer 100 watts PEP, 5 watts effective isotropic radiated power? They say equivalent, sorry. 1 watt EIRP, which is equivalent isotropic radiated power, or 50 watts PEP. All right. In this one, remember, there are 2 bands below 160. Okay, let's take a look at the band plan for the US. All right. There's 630 meters, which is about 472 kilohertz. And then the final one, which is way on long wave, these are both long wave bands. The second one is 2200 meters, and that's 135 kilohertz. Okay. So we're talking really low. Okay. On those 2 lower bands, on the low frequency end, 630 meters and 2200 meters, the answer is 1 watt equivalent isotropic radiated power. So that's the answer to this question. So when you see this pop up, and if it does, know that 2200 and 630 meters share the same thing, 1 watt equivalent power. That's it, and you'll have it right. Next question. What does SAR measure? And this is really important. By the way, you guys are answering this. This is great. Ron got it right. Acid Drop got it right. Will got it right. See, you guys can do this. If you've thought about the extra and you're thinking, gosh, darn it, man, I've already got my general. I don't need it. No, you do. You deserve the frequencies. You're a licensee. And the cool part is you never lose the frequencies ever. They're yours for life. So just try it. And if you fail it, try it again. You'll get it. Okay, you really will. SAR is really important in amateur radio. When we talk about like radio exposure to RF, meaning the transmitted power into our bodies, right? SAR means the exposure of your body and its ability to absorb radio frequency. That's what it is. It's all about your body's absorption of radio frequency. So when you get this question, what does SAR measure? Okay, listen carefully to what the answers are. All right. If it has to do with your body, okay, it has to do by absorption. Okay. If you remember absorption with SAR, you'll have it right every time. The rate at which RF energy is absorbed by the body. That's the main thing right there. It's absorption. And it's important when we look at these questions and understand why. When you have an antenna out there, this is really important if you have one indoors, like a loop, right? You're really close to the transmitting antenna most likely, and you have to be careful of just how much RF is going into not only your body, but everybody else within a close range of the antenna. So remember, SAR means absorption by your body, and you want to keep it, you want to keep your RF low. So use low power if you're using an indoor antenna. Really important. Next question. What is admittance? And this is so easy. Just remember it's the inverse of impedance. Admittance is the inverse of impedance. If you just remember that, admittance is the inverse of impedance, you'll have it every time. Again, this is something you may not use because, in all honesty, you just may not care about measuring antenna inputs and getting, an analyzer out and reading all this stuff. But it's important to know it because that's what the test wants you to know. The test wants you to have the answer right. So just remember, if they say, what is admittance? The inverse of impedance. Pretty simple. All right. One more question. How does the performance of a horizontally polarized antenna mounted on the side of a hill compare with the same antenna mounted on flat ground? Okay. If you remember basic antenna theory, how antennas work, right? The higher an antenna is, the lower the takeoff angle goes. Okay, that's how it works. The higher the antenna is, the lower the antenna takeoff angle is. Okay, so that means it goes low across the horizon and catches the E or F layers of the ionosphere and has a great distance to be able to refract back down to Earth. That's really important. The higher you go, the lower the takeoff angle. If you remember that, that's why people say height is might. Height is might means high antenna, low takeoff angle. Let's take a look at the question. How does the performance of a horizontally polarized antenna mounted on the side of a hill compared with the same antenna mounted on flat ground? Okay, and look carefully at the answers because this can throw you. First one, the horizontal beam width decreases in the downhill direction. What that says is basically the beam is going upwards. That's wrong. The second one, the horizontal beam width increases in the uphill direction. That says basically exactly what the first one just did. Okay, so the third one, the main lobe takeoff angle increases in the downhill direction. That's the answer. Okay, the fourth one, the main lobe takeoff angle decreases in the downhill direction, is not it either. If you really read this carefully, all right, don't worry about the beam width. That has nothing to do with it. It has to do with takeoff angle. Always takeoff angle. If you answer the main lobe takeoff angle increases in the downhill direction, you'll have the answer right. And the reason it does that is because as an antenna goes up, its transmission takeoff angle goes down. That's the most important part. That's why you don't see it like, here's really true story. This is a problem that I have right here. It really is. I can't get on my roof to put my urban beam up, which should be optimal because it'll have a lower takeoff angle if I have it at about 40 feet. Great. My problem is, if I get on my roof, I'd probably have to kill myself with the way my body is right now, right? So I may have to do a directional antenna that is lower to the ground. And if that happens, the takeoff angle is going to be way up and the refraction is not going to go very far, meaning my skip isn't going to go as far as it would if the antenna was simply higher. That's why you do that, okay? Height is always might in building antennas. Remember that? You should be fine. Let's take a look at some guests coming. We've got Tim Duffy from K3LR. That's his call sign. He's with DX Engineering. He's going to talk about his amazing superstation this coming Saturday at 1900 UTC. This is going to be a wonderful show. I hope you join us for it. Tim's a real nice guy, and he's going to talk about that amazing contesting station he has, as well as answering your questions worldwide. Please join us. It's at 1900 UTC. That's 8 p.m. in London, 3 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone here in North America, and noon Pacific for Tim Duffy, K3LR. Following that, we've got Friday. This is a Friday date, June 24th. So Friday the 24th at 2300 UTC. Meet Hayden, Victor Kilo 7, Hotel from Ham Radio DX. He's going to be answering your questions about all things ham radio. It's a great opportunity for you to meet Hayden and ask some really good questions. He's a great mate, and I'm grateful he's coming. Then on July 9th at 1900 UTC, Carlos joins us, Kilo Delta 9, Oscar Lima November. What Carlos does differently in radio that a lot of folks don't do is he makes calls as he's parachuting out of airplanes. This is phenomenal. And the distance and the amount of calls he makes are amazing. This is going to be a fun show. Please join us, will you, on July 9th, 1900 UTC. Remember, that's 8 p.m. if you're in London, 3 in the Eastern Time Zone in North America, and noon Pacific. Thinking about portable battery operation for your radio this summer, going on Park on the Air maybe, or Summit? You're going to need a battery for that. Join us July 16th at 1900 UTC and meet Kevin Zenyani of Bioenno Power. He'll be answering your questions worldwide about portable operating with battery power. They've got a great line of products there at Bioenno, and we're honored to have Kevin join us. Again, that'll be July 16th at 1900 UTC, and then July 30th at 1900 UTC, Jason from Ham Radio 2.0 comes in. That'll be great. Kilo Charlie 5, Hotel Whiskey Bravo. He'll be taking your questions live about his YouTube channel, about amateur radio, or whatever you want to ask. So please join us again, 1900 UTC, to meet Jason from Ham Radio 2.0. It will be a fun doggone show. All right, the question of the day, what trait do you feel is most important to have in amateur radio? And this says do. So do is a verb, so we're going to say have instead, make it a little different. So we're going to go have in amateur radio. All right. For me, I think it's patience. Patience is so important. Being able to be patient, waiting for the call, hearing the call letters from the station, and then trying to make the call. Even though there's a pileup, having patience, not to give your call sign repeatedly, things like that. Patience is very key to working amateur radio. So that would be my answer on that one. But what's your answer? Put it part of the comment section and we'll make it part of today's show. Right? And that applause strike's like, 8 seconds, so I get a chance to get a drink of water. William, Jacksonville, really low frequency and really, really long antennas. Yes, indeed. Oh, gosh, yes. You know, if you're building a wire antenna for 160 meters in the U.S., you'll get it, okay? 232 feet long. Seriously. So imagine going to 2,200 meters. That is a very long antenna. Thank you, William, for that. That's absolutely true. As a drop, this is Siobhan from Ireland, by way now of London, but we love her still. She's Irish. Isn't 160 meters actually medium wave and not HF? Correct. You're 100% correct. Yes, that is the medium wave band. HF starts at 80 meters. So that's correct. Well done. Good. Yep, right on. Let's see. William says we had 6 days of federal inspections. Ooh, that's not good. Hope your building's in good condition. No kidding. Man, that's tough. That really is. As a drop in Ireland, it's okay. I like my American friends, but she's my sister. She used to say, you guys are fun. And Dan Martin, desire to learn. You know, I really mean this when I say, I hope you guys go try and license up. And I hope the questions help you. I had great luck with Ham Test Online. They've done really good things to help me, and I know they can help you too. Really, find them at hamtestonline.com. Good group of people. All right, let's take a look at someone we're going to honor today on the show, which should be a lot of fun. Cue the music. Today, we're going to honor Seamus D. Ross from Vancouver, Washington. Seamus was at CPAC this past weekend. Had a great chance to meet with him. It was a total blast. What a nice guy. His call sign, November 7, Mike Yankee Whiskey. Seamus out of Vancouver, Washington, which is a northern suburb of the Portland area. And here is his shack. Look at that. Man, how tidy is this? Seamus, this is beautiful. You put me to shame here, mate. Gorgeous, gorgeous shack. Take a look at this. Here he is. There is Seamus, just calmly sitting in his shack, having a nice old day, taking a little picture while he's writing. That's pretty nice. Seamus, beautiful. And about him, currently lives in Southwest Washington State. Other interests are classical music, photography, Celtic culture. I can say it wrong. Celtic culture, excuse me. Music, languages, genealogy, and kilts. Photography company is Dragon Digital Photography on Facebook and Instagram. Pan, Polly, and Proud. There you go. His radios, Icom 7300. He's got a Kenwood F6 Alpha, a Kenwood D74, a Yaesu FT991A, and an 818 ND, plus he's got an FT70DR, an FT3DR, an VX5R, plus he's got an Anytone 878 and 578. He's also got Motorola gear, some Icon gear, a quad band Kenwood TS2000, and a partridge and a pair of tree for God's sakes. He also enjoys Morse code, voice, and FT8 on various bands from 40 to 900 megahertz, all the way up to 1.2 gigahertz. Loves using DMR, Fusion, and D-Star. Hold an extra class license. Been licensed since early 1985. Member of the Clark County Amateur Radio Club, as well as Portland Amateur Radio Club and Montevilla Amateur Radio Club. He loves to use repeaters. He loves to share his photos and things like that. Seamus, we are so honored to have you join the family here at Ham Radio Live. November 7, Mike Yankee Whiskey. Seamus, thank you. Appreciate you being here. It's truly an honor to have you part of the family. And it was cool to meet you, too. It was fun. On Saturday over at CPAC, I was over at the Icom booth. I'm trying to get Ray Novak for just a few minutes, right? And Icom was packed the whole day. I'm not lying. Every time I'd go over there, Ray was talking to someone, Will was talking to somebody. I couldn't talk to either one of them. But Seamus was there, and he's like, I know you. And I'm thinking to myself, oh no, I don't know who this is. Thankfully, he had a name tag on. Yeah, and I got his name. Seamus, how are you? And everything was great. It was perfect. Seamus, thank you. Yeah. So we're going to talk real quick. I want to just get this real quick. One more time, question time. That is not the question of the show. The question of the show today is, what trait do you feel is most important to have in amateur radio? Put in the comment section. We will make it part of the show. Let's take a look upstairs at the Crow's Nest, at the Angry Hams. They've been a little frustrated lately. We'll see what they think of this show today.
With friends like these, who needs emeralds?
Of course, yeah. All right, first question. All right, by the way, it's currently 30-10, North America in the lead. Question number 1. Traditionally, which mode of amateur radio operation were the Q signals, like QSB, QRM, QSY, primarily intended to be used for? Okay, so traditionally, which mode of amateur radio operation were Q signals meant for? Was it A, SSB, means sideband, both upper and lower sideband, B, in-field operations, C, Morse code, or D, any mode? What were the Q signals originally intended to be used by? Was it sideband, field day, Morse code, or any mode? First one from their continent gets the points. Good luck. Stian Bjørsvik, first one in, all the way from Norway. My goodness. Made a big leap. No, his call sign is Lima Alpha 5, Lima Tango Alpha. And by the way, he's very smart. Be careful. He answers C, Morse code. And Stian, you got it right. Congratulations. Stian now the reason why the world now has 20 points is because Stian's got both questions right. It's true. Yeah, it's Morse code. Q singles are made for Morse code because it's so much easier to write the words like QSB instead of saying signal is fading and keying that out or paddling it out, right? It's a lot simpler to communicate with Q code. So that's why Morse code uses them, if you wonder why. Eamon Azar, November 9, Sierra Echo Sierra, also had C. Dirk was C. Siobhan was C. William was C. Cliff was C. And Scott, CW. Good enough. Andy New also C. Mike Smith, welcome. By the way, I forgot to say welcome to you. I'm glad you're here, Mike. Golf 0, Romeo Foxtrot Delta. Mike, welcome to the show. Sorry I didn't say it earlier. I apologize, mate. Thank you for coming. Grant Bob, welcome back. He also had C. And Dirk, cursor was in the wrong window or I would have been first on that one. That's all right. We got another question. Gary Strong had C. Robin Los Angeles was C. Robert Varner was C. Dale Melton, first timer. Welcome. Nice to have you. Nice to have you. And Astrop Siobhan says, on my screen I was first. Well, on your screen it matters. I'm sorry. Second question. In which war did radio communications as we know it today first see action? Okay, so what war was it where radio communications really first come out? Okay, and it was important to use, right? A, the U.S. Civil War, so that's in the 1860s. B, World War II, that's the 19-teens. C, World War I is B, that'd be the 19-teens. C is World War II, 1939 to 1945. Or D, the Korean War, which was in the early 50s, okay? Which war was it where radio communications was used very, very much, and it was used a lot? Let us know. Civil War is A, World War II is B, I did it again. Too hard. Wow. B is World War I, C is World War II, and D is the Korean War. Answer A, B, C, or D, and good luck. Golly, man, that's not that hard. Eamon Azar, November 9th, Sierra Echo Sierra. I was first, Larry. Okay, let me try and explain this so you guys, yeah. On your screens, you're going to see something different than on mine because of YouTube lag. I don't know if you know that. And that's something it's important to let you know. I'll always let you know who hits my screen first. And it's going to be different than your screen just because of YouTube lag. That's the only reason why. Okay, let's get back to the question. All right. When did radio communications first see action and which war was it? First one in, Stian Bjørsvik, trying to go 2 for 2. Lima Alpha 5, Lima Tango Alpha. He has World War I. Oh man, Stian, I was hoping you'd go 2 for 2. I was like, come on, man, go 2 for 2. I know you can. And then I started thinking about it. I thought, he did go 2 for 2. How about that? Stian went 2 for 2 today. 30-30, we got a tie game. Okay, so now we got to just make it 5 points because everybody's tied up. Yeah, it was World War I. It was the first time in a war that radio was really used for communication. It helped to be able to communicate with people long distance. And that was why it started to become really popular. And then when World War II began, everything went quiet on the amateur bands because the military took it over. In fact, the Navy secretary in the United States didn't want to give the frequencies back to amateurs. They were forced to in 1946. So Stian Bjørsvik, all the way from Norway, Lima Alpha 5, Lima Tango Alpha, went 2 for 2 today. We'll see if he can go 3 for 3 tomorrow. Good job, Stian. I'd love to be here too. I don't think we'll be here tomorrow because the show will be, I got to pick up my brother from the hospital. So, but William in Jacksonville also had it right. Dale had it right. Dirk had it right. Look at these folks just jumping in with B. You're right. Eamon Azar had C. Robert with B. Andy New with B. Cliff Bolts with B. Sandy had A. Ron said the Revolutionary War. So close, sir. So close.
No!
Scott was C. Rob in Southern California with D. And Dirk says, radio sure was a revolution, Ron. Absolutely.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.
Yeah, Mike Smith also would be. Mike, mate, thanks for joining us on a late night in the UK. Thank you, my friend. Golf Zero, Romeo, Foxtrot, Delta. Jerry Jones, welcome. Kilo 4, Papa Zulu. Late, but I made it. We're glad you're here. Thanks, Jerry. Always a pleasure. Yeah, good to see you. And Stian going 2 for 2 today. That's pretty doggone hard. That's really well done. Stian, I hope you go 3 for 3. Next show, let's see. I got to think today's Tuesday. So most likely it'd be Thursday because tomorrow will be a busy day to take care of my brother. So Thursday should be the next live show at 1900 UTC. All right. Let's take a quick eyeball, just a little eyeball at our YouTube. No, it's our Discord channel. Let's take a look at it real quick. And here it is with a really neat thing from Tom. And I'm also going to go over a really cool email that I received. We'll go over that in a second. So here's Tom, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey, with a great call, Golf Bravo 70 Echo. This is one of the Platinum Jubilee stations in England. This is the one from England. Remember we talked about this earlier, where the Golf Bravo 70 stations are scattered throughout the UK, right? If you've missed that part, let me show you real quick so you have the idea of where they're all coming from. Okay, so this is kind of important, so we'll see if we can get it to you. All right, so on, I think it's this one here. There we go. Almost. Sorry, this one. Yes. So the call signs look out for this Golf Bravo 70 Echo in England. That's the one Tom got. But there's also Golf Bravo 70 Mike in Scotland, 70 Whiskey in Wales, 70 India in Northern Ireland, 70 Juliet on Jersey, 70 Uniform on Guernsey, and 70 Delta on the Isle of Man. If you get all of them, I believe they do have a very special QSL card for you to win. So hopefully, Tom, you get 3 for 3 on that. Good job getting England, mate. That's a very, very good thing, sir. Also, here's something. Siobhan, look at this. A good mate of mine asked me to pose with his bike. All the photos came out blurry, and I'm not in Dublin anymore, but I thought I'd share one anyway. Beautiful picture of you, dear. Looks good. Oh, you mean the bike? Oh, sorry. And Martin from Holland with a really cool video. You'll find this on our Discord channel. This is cool. This is Middleburg. That's where he's from, right there. And it's drone footage in 4K. Take a look at this. Pop Echo 9 Tango India Golf. Really showing some cool stuff from where he lives in Holland. Martin, thank you so much for sending us this. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. Folks, we're going to close the show now because we got everything done. We've honored some folks. We have done we've honored folks. We've done the Angry Hams. We've talked about the extra license. We'll talk about the technician license on the next show. So we'll go over some Discord stuff on you. Maybe, I don't think I'll be there tonight, but, Thursday for sure I'll be part of that. So we'll do that. And if you do want to join on the Conversation Discord tomorrow, I should be on there on 21 UTC. So if you want to talk for a little bit, we'll be there. Jerry Jones says Buckingham Palace is also on SSB. So there you go. Dirk, awesome. Jerry was calling CQ on FT8 and Battleship Iowa made a QSL with me. Well done, Dirk. That's a good call, man. Yeah, that's a good one. And William, you're playing my favorite band, Larry. The Who are the best rockers ever. Yeah, I would love to tell you that was the Who, but it was Elton John. Yeah. Originally, this song was done. Pinball Wizard was done by the Who from the Tommy. It was not a movie. Well, it was a movie, but it was actually a play first. But Tommy, yeah, Pinball Wizard. And what a video. You want to see a really cool video, vintage video, right? When Elton John would wear all the really weird costumes and the giant glasses and stuff. Yeah, take a look at Pinball Wizard. It'll blow your mind. Really will. Folks, my name's Larry. My call sign, Ham Radio, is Kilo 7 Hotel November. We want to help you get your amateur radio license. That's the whole purpose of this channel. It really is. And we're grateful to have helped a lot of people get on the air. If you'd like to get your license but don't know where to start, contact someone like the Radio Society of Great Britain. They're really good, and you don't need to be in the UK to use their services. They'll help you for free to find an amateur radio club close to you. This is so important because once you find a local club to where you live, that club is going to help you get your license and maybe help you with gear to get on the air. Start it out with getting a hold of the Radio Society of Great Britain at www.rsgb.org. Wherever you're from around the world, it's an honor to spend time with you today. Thank you for being patient with me. Gosh, 2 shows took a while to get in here, but we got it done. And I thank you for your kindness in waiting for me to come back. We got it done together, right? Right. All right. Till we meet again, everybody. God bless you. May He keep you safe and healthy over this night and bring you through to a glorious day tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.
WGAR continues to broadcast on AM with Music After Dark. Although this brings to a close 17 hours of broadcasting on WGAR FM. WGAR FM broadcasts on the federally assigned frequency of 99.5 megacycles, channel 258, with a power of 31,000 watts. WGAR FM, with studios on the top floor of Hotel Statler in Cleveland, Ohio, is owned and operated by the People's Broadcasting Corporation, a subsidiary of Nationwide Insurance. This is Bob Smiley speaking for the staff and saying good night.
Good afternoon, madam.
Yeah, I'm sorry, officer.
Can I see your papers, please? Hello. Mummy in a bit of a hurry, was she? Step out of the car, madam!